remember his name. My dad must have used it.
He's actually one of the two people, I guess, responding to Dead Tomorrow afternoon. So
Oh, really? Was
encounter him there, if nowhere else. But
so, and who's the other one?
Larry Christoffel.
Who's that?
He's a pastor at the Campus Hill Church, which, you know, in years past was clearly the more conservative of the big Adventist churches in Loma Linda. Not sure that's as obviously true now, but you know, it was the pastoral pulpit, for instance, for Ralph Larson, if you know him. Yeah. So
conservatives in Loma Linda, endangered species. So.
Fritz is a remarkable person, and so I'm glad that his name is familiar.
Isn't there some other big event at Loma Linda tomorrow?
Well, there's a whole weekend-long thing where a lot of people are speaking. And I have to think that things were timed in such a way that your dad's presentation would coincide with that. But I'm not sure what the kind of the logic is that informs the other presentations. I just know that there is a set of speakers there.
So how many people are like, this is really important to them?
Yeah, you know, it's hard for me to say. I mean, I just feel like, per your earlier observation, that a lot of people are going to be inclined to just be tired when they think about the debates of a long time ago. But surely there are other reasons. Charles Teal is responsible for this transformation of this space into Catholic Just, and basically what's happening is that there are spaces all along here which honor the world's different continents, and then individual people who have played transformative roles in making the world a better place are in various ways honored along here as well. So it honors both the very diverse kind of global population of the university, which is really remarkable, and at the same time the commitment to service the institution has. So
what's this? Is this for Hiroshima?
This is the polar pole. I think there are two polar spheres. There are two of these, and if Charles were here, he could explain exactly what the symbolism is, and since he's not.
An Arctic circumpolar current. Doesn't this look like something to do with Hiroshima? Don't you get that feel?
I can see the flavor there, but yeah, this is just Antarctica.
And what are these buildings?
So when I was a student, this was a dorm.
Yeah.
Then there were so few students for a long time that it just became storage space, and now it's back to being a dorm again. Plus, it also houses the much despised offices of the University Patrol, largely responsible for running around giving tickets and, you know, at least when I was a student, also busting couples in parked cars. So.
Do they have sororities and fraternities here?
They do not.
They don't have the Greek system?
They do not have the Greek system. Indeed, some years ago there was an underground fraternity on campus, the creation of which got a bunch of people in trouble. So that has not been something that's been enthusiastically embraced by the campus. Let's just head down here for a minute and show you, I think, a very attractive little space here.
That's nice. It's like a prayer garden.
Yeah, this was created by a faculty member and his wife in honor of their son, who died quite young. He was a rough high school contemporary of mine, and so they wanted to honor him in this way. And they quite nice.
Yeah, a lot of high school kids die in car accidents. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was not in high school. Right. He was probably 35 when he died, but he was. I don't remember if he had cancer or something else that somebody at 35 shouldn't normally be expected to have. So I don't know if this really means the president is here or if he just leaves the car parked there.
Who's
so
the
that we'll think
president of La
he's busy.
Sierra?
He's a guy named Randall Wisby.
Wisby.
He was a Wisby of an earlier generation who was a church administrator in various places, but Randy has been, well, so Randy has taught ministry at Andrews, and then was previously president of, I think, both Canadian University College and of Columbia Union College. So this is, of course,
Those are a lot of homes there.
yeah. So that's where the houses.
There's a lot of fallow land there.
Yeah.
They're going to do something with that?
Some more development structure projects, so forth. There are universities, so there's this athletic field and so forth. And this is the center, in a sense, of. I mean, right now this is the front of the campus, but the idea is there will be more construction, so this really will become the center of the campus. And this is a very attractive environment.
What's the Adventist position on graven images? Like, for instance, if this was a Jewish school, you couldn't really have that because we don't really allow sculpture in
I don't
Orthodox.
think that's been a
That's not being
particular-
controversial.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's been controversial. I mean, Loma Linda's had for years a famous statue of the Good Samaritan out in front.
But if they were naked, that would be controversial, right?
Probably, yeah. So here what we've got is the return of the prodigal son, essentially.
Oh,
And,
okay. Well, how apropos.
yeah. So this is called The Triumph of God's Grace. And I think is an attempt to capture, to sort of represent the space within Adventism that La Sierra has tried to occupy. And the artist here is a guy called Alan Collins, who also did the Good Samaritan sculpture in Loma Linda. I mean, I think it's fair to say among Adventist sculptors, there's Alan Collins, and really nobody else of comparable. I mean, he's I think a really first-rate artist, and nobody else is quite comparable. So he used to teach here in the past in his summers.
There are always a lot of water fountains on Adventist colleges. Are there maybe just water fountains in all colleges? Or?
Probably, but I don't know. But I think this is a nice one.
Yeah. And will there be lots of pennies on the bottom?
What I'm more interested in knowing is if there might be fish.
I don't see much money down here.
This, I guess it's
That's
like a
it's
pomegranate.
pomegranate, yeah. Oh, this is nice.
So we have our own little waterfall here. So sometime I need to try to bathe in here, but I never have. Yeah, I mean, this was all just kind of an empty lot, basically, and so in the last 5 years or so, it's been reshaped to form this, the language that's been used as ceremonial entrance to the campus.
What's the pay range for, like, the highest paid employee, like the president or someone?
Okay, so, roughly speaking, I don't know exactly what the president's getting now. I would guess, so an entry-level assistant professor might get $35,000. The highest paid full professor might get $75,000, and the president would get somewhere in the low hundreds.
But that's not including benefits. There would be
right,
various
and
benefits.
as you will perhaps remember from an earlier era, the really important benefit used to be, really quite a generous retirement package, which has largely vanished. And so the only thing that's left that's decent is healthcare, though that, while good by a lot of employer standards, isn't nearly as good, I think, as it used to be.
Tough time.